Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Call Halim La Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Bakah HaKodash, and double honor to the elders and apostles, the men of great millstone, and to the rest of the brothers on down that's teaching and preaching the true doctrine of Yahweh Shalom Shah, Shalom Bayatah Davadah, and to the Akim Nakwat that's out there repenting, to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and also to the speckled bird of our people that's among the other nations looking like the other nations, whose fathers go back to one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob, Yasha Allah. Shalom to you, Mashmakah. Mr. Hakarab coming at you with a continuation of my Highway Hedges lessons. And I just want to continue with a few more scriptures and end it off, right? And we're going to go into these clouds. And you see this cloud right here. See? Now, what you think was in that cloud when it was upon Mount Sinai? That cloud, there was a chariot in the midst of that cloud. You see? So if the other nations was looking from afar and they was looking at this, they would have been looking and this is what they would have saw. But we know what was in the cloud. See? But let's go into this real quick. Let's open this up. Let's pull up Exodus. Exodus, the 19th chapter, right? And I'm going to start around the 9th verse. 9 to 11, right? Exodus 19 and verse 9. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, Lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with thee, and believe thee forever. And Moses told the people, and Moses told the words of the people unto Yahweh. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, Go unto the people, and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their clothes, and be ready against the third day. For the third day, the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, will come down. What? Will come down. What? Will come down in the sight of all the people upon Mount Sinai. So, how is he going to come down in the sight of all the people upon Mount Sinai? We was going to see that thick cloud, that chariot descending upon Mount Sinai. Right? You see? That's what we was going to see. Now, I'm going to read it again. Exodus 19 and 11. And be ready against the third day. Matter of fact, Slakia, let me go up again in verse 10. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, Go unto the people, and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their clothes, and be ready against the third day. For the third day the Lord Yahweh will come down in the sight of all the people upon Mount Sinai. You right? Now you see what he said in verse 9. Let's go up again. Verse 9. Exodus 19 and 9. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, Lo, I come down unto thee in a thick cloud. What? In a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with thee, and believe thee forever. Right? Now let's grab this real quick. Same account, same thing. Let's go to Matthew. Matthew 17 and verse 5. The transfiguration of Yahushua, right? But it says what? Matter of fact, the point is 5. Matthew 17 and verse 5, right? Let's start, you know what? We can read a little bit into the context. Why not? It's only 4 minutes in it. I'm going to make this a quick one, but let's read it. Matthew 17 and 1. The point is 5. And after 6 days, Yahushua taketh Peter, James, and John, his brother, and bringeth them up into a high mountain apart, and was transfigured before them, and his face did shine as the sun, and his raiment was white as the light. And behold, there appeared unto them
Moses and Elijah talking with him. Now, who was that Elijah? That was John. Then said Peter, then answered Peter and said unto Yahushua, Lord, is it good for us to be here? If thou wilt, let us make here 3 tabernacles, one for thee, and one for Moses, and one for Elijah. Verse 5 is the point. While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them. And behold, a voice out of the cloud, which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. What it says right there, it's the same thing of what took place upon Mount Sinai. Yahweh Shah said he was going to descend upon Mount Sinai and we was going to hear his voice. Same thing right here with Yahweh Shah. During the time of Yahweh Shah, what did it say? While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed him. What you think this bright cloud was? What you think this bright cloud was? That was a chariot descending upon where Yahweh Shah was at. See? And what happened? Said the same thing. Yahweh spoke to Yahweh Shah and the rest of them heard it. See? Those individuals that was with Yahweh Shah heard our Father speaking. See? But what was he speaking out of? He was speaking out of the chariot, man. See? And it says, what? Behold, a voice out of the cloud. What cloud? The chariot, man. Which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. You see that? Let's go back to Exodus. Exodus 19. And I'm going to jump down. We're going to grab 16. Exodus 19 and 16. And it came to pass on the 3rd day in the morning that there was thunders and lightnings and a thick cloud upon the mount. Somewhat what you see right here, right? And the voice of the trumpet exceeding loud, so that all the people that was in the camp trembled, was terrified, scared. Right? And Moses brought forth the people out of the camp to meet with Yahweh. And they stood at the neither part of the mount. Verse 18. And Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke, because the Lord descended upon it. Slakia. Because the Lord descended upon it. Where was I at? Because the Lord descended upon it in fire, and the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mountain quaked greatly. And when the voice of the trumpet sounded long, and waxed louder and louder, Moses spake, and Yahweh answered him by a voice. And the Lord Yahweh came down upon Mount Sinai, on the top of the mount. And the Lord called Moses up to the top of the mount, and Moses went up. You see, but the point is, the Most High descended upon Mount Sinai. And what was that cloud that he ascended upon it? What was that cloud? Let's grab it again. I read it earlier, but let's read it again. Psalms 104 and verse 3. Who laid the beams of his chambers in the waters? Who maketh the clouds his chariot? Who walketh upon the wings of the wind? The wings of the wind is talking about what? The chariot that fly in the sky, in the clouds, and all through the wind. Right? You see? Let's get another one. Let's go here. Isaiah 19 and verse 1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt. What is talking about the people? Just talking about the people. Not the land the heart. The land don't have a heart. People have a heart. Meaning their minds. People will be discomforted in their mind. They will be just through. Terrified. Right? When Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua come into Babylon. When he entered into Babylon. When he entered into the house of the thief. Right? And it says what? And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence. And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Right? So he going to come in here with what? With a swift cloud. He's going to come in here with that chariot. That fathership of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. And like I said earlier, the other ships going to be doing what they going to be doing. Gathering the elect. And zapping and turning people into a powder puff. Well, into ash puffs, rather. Right? Let's grab this one. Zechariah 5 and verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered and said, a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth what shall be cut off on this side as according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. You see that? And I will what? And I will bring it forth, said Yahweh of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief. We already know who the house of the thief. Babylon the Great is the house of the thief. See? Edomites is the thief. And it's going to enter into the house of the thief. And what you think it's going to do? What you think it's going to do? It's going to decimate and destroy. See? And into the house of him that swears falsely by my name. And these Edomites swear falsely by Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua's name. They sit back and say they the Lord's people. The Lord look like them. That's swearing falsely. They speak falsely concerning the name of our Father Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, big brother. They speak falsely concerning this truth. See? They tell you salvation for everybody. Yahweh loves everybody and all this. So all this is false. See? So when it says what? And into the house of him that swear falsely by my name. And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. Don't you know why? Because this is going to be the place of the great altar. Babylon the Great is going to be the place of the great altar. See? That's what's good. That's what's going to happen to this stinky, dirty place. It's going to be burnt, and the Most High going to burn this place, and the people is going to be what? The sacrifice. They're going to be the lambs, the bullocks, the goats, and everything else, and the unclean shit that's going to get burnt up in this bitch too. You see? But let's move on though. Let's move on, right? Let's move on. Let's go here. Matthew 26. Matthew 26, and I'm going to jump down to 64. Matthew 26 and 64. Let's start up. Let's start at 63. Matthew 26 and 63. But Yahweh held his peace. And the high priest answered and said unto him, I adjure thee by the living power, that thou tell us whether thou be Mashiach, the son of Yahweh. Yahweh said unto him, Thou hast said, nevertheless, I say unto you, hereafter shall ye see the Son, what? Shall ye see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power, and coming in the clouds of heaven. What is he talking about when he said he coming in the clouds of heaven? He coming in those chariots of Yasha'Allah. Those chariots of Israel. That's what he coming in. See? Pursuant to that 2 Kings 2 and verse 12. See, that's what he coming in. Those clouds of heaven is those chariots of Israel, of Yasha Allah. Those vessels that's going to redeem us out of this hellhole and save us from the destruction. See? Let's grab that other one. Revelations 1 and 7. Revelations 1 and 7. And behold, he cometh with clouds. What? Those clouds. And what are those clouds? Those chariots. And every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindred and of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, Amen. Right? So Mashiach coming, like I said earlier, he coming with an armada. He coming with an armada, man. Let's grab this one right quick. Jude 1. Jude 1 and verse 14. Jude 1 and 14. And Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, Behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000 of his saints to do what? To execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds, which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches, scoffing, which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. You see that? So he's coming to execute vengeance upon all these. But it says he's coming with what? He's coming with 10,000s. See? And not just 10,000. Not just 10,000. Let's grab this one. Psalms 68. Going down to verse 17. And it says what? The chariots of the Lord, the chariots of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai. Wait. Let's go back again. Because what was that descended upon Mount Sinai? What did it say? The chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands. And it's like even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai, in the holy place. You see that? So it wasn't just a cloud that descended upon Mount Sinai. It was a chariot. And whether you was able to see the other chariots or not, hey, they was with him too. They was among him too. They was around and around and around. They was all around. See, whether you was able to see him or not, hey, they was still right there. Just like, what is that? I think that's 2 Kings. When it says, matter of fact, let me grab that before I grab the next one right quick. See? Let me see. 2 Kings chapter 6, I think. And let me see real quick. 2 Kings. Let me see real quick. Let's start here. 2 Kings 6 and 15. And when the servant of the man Slakia, and when the servant of the man of Yahweh was risen early and gone forth, behold, and hosts compassed the city both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do? And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. See, but they didn't see him. They didn't see the angels all around. See, what it says in Psalms 34 and verse 7, the angels of the Lord encamping round about them that fear him. See, so these heathens that was coming against us, they didn't see that it was angels all around him. They didn't see that. Just like you didn't see, or we didn't see, all the other angels and the chariots that was with Yahweh when he descended, with Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua when he descended upon Mount Sinai. See? But it says what? And he answered, 1 Kings, 2 Kings 6 and 16, and he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. Verse 17, and Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord Yahweh opened the eyes of the young man, And he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses, angels, and chariots of fire round about Elisha. You see that? So you didn't see them, but they was there. So when Yahweh Shemiyah descended upon Mount Sinai, guess what? The other angels was with him. They was with him. He wasn't by himself. He wasn't by himself. See? So going back to Psalm 68 and 8, 68 and 17. The chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place. You see that? But let's go back. Let's go back. Right? Matter of fact, let's get this a show. I'm going to get this one. What is that? Revelations 5. And let's go down. Just a couple more. Revelations 5 and 11. And what it says right here. And behold, and I heard, and I beheld, and I heard the voice of many angels round about the throne, and the beast, and the elders. And the number of them was 10,000 times 10,000, and thousands of thousands. You can't count that, man. 10,000 times 10,000, that's 100 million. That's 100 million right there. 10,000 times 10,000, that's 100 million. And then it says, and thousands of thousands. You can't count that. You can't count that. Because it's not giving you a specific number of the thousands of thousands. It didn't say in 10,000s. No, it didn't give you a specific number. It says thousands of thousands. So on top of that 100 million times thousands of thousands, you can't count it. See? So Yahweh Shai is coming with an armada, man, when he coming to take the kingdom, man. And see, let's grab this one. Daniel 7 and verse 10. You see what it says. Daniel 7 and 10. Start at 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down. And the ancient, and what it says, what? I beheld till the thrones were cast down. What thrones is talking about that was cast down? The other kingdoms in the earth. Ain't gonna be no, Yahweh Shai's coming to set up the throne of David. Ain't gonna be no other kingdoms in the earth rule. Ain't no heathens gonna be in their authority. They all getting cast down. The only rulers gonna be in the earth is Yahweh, of the rulers in the earth is of Yahweh Shemiyah Shai, us, the Israelites. That's it. Under Yahweh Shemiyah Shai. That's it. We gonna rule over everybody. Everybody gonna belong to us and everything. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like a fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands, what? Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. So it's saying it's all 100 million angels standing before Yahweh Shemiyah Shai. See?
So not only did they see 100 million standing before Yahweh Shemiyah Shai, it was thousands upon thousands. So just basically 100 million times 1,000 thousands, meaning innumerable amount of angels. And this is what Yahweh Shai gonna be coming back with, a portion of them, a great portion. See, Hebrews 12 and 22. But let's start at 20. Matter of fact, let's read this. I'm going to start from 18. It says what? Hebrews 12 and 18. The point is 22. For ye are not come unto the mount that might be touched, and that burneth with fire, nor unto blackness, and darkness, and tempest, and the sound of a trumpet, and the voice of words, which voice they that heard entreated that the word should not be spoken to them anymore. For they could not endure that which was commanded. And if so much as a beast touch the mountain, it shall be stoned or thrust through with a dart. Verse 21. And so terrible was the sight that Moses said, I exceedingly fear and quaked. But ye are come unto the Mount Zion, and unto the city of the living power, Yahweh, the heavenly Jerusalem, and to an Slakia, and to an innumerable company of angels. And what it says, innumerable. So not only was it just a hundred million times thousands and thousands of angels, it's innumerable. You can't count them. See? That's why Yahweh made that statement. If I asked my father, he would give me 12 legions of angels. Don't you know what 12 legions of angels, that ain't nothing. Compared to what Yahweh our father got in his arsenal. 12 legions ain't nothing. See? When you do the math of 12 legions, a legion can go up to 6,000. Put it like from beginning, that's the minimum, 6,000 soldiers. So if you say the minimum of angels Yahweh was speaking about, that's like 72,000. 72,000 to between 72,000 to 100,000 angels. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing compared to what Yahweh have in his arsenal. See? So these Edomites is through, man. They through. Let's grab this one. Couple more, and I'm going to end it off. 2 Samuel 22. And let's go down to... Let's see. 2 Samuel 22. Let's start at 8. 2 Samuel 22 and 8. Then the earth shook and trembled. The foundations of heaven moved and shook because he was wroth. There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and a fire out of his mouth. Devoured coals were kindled by it. He bowed the heavens also and came down, and darkness was under his feet. And he rode upon a cherub and did fly, and he was seen upon the wings of the wind. You see that? So when it says and he rode upon a cherub. Now when you go into that cherub and you click it, I'm gonna read a few of these, right? And it says Kamarab, right? Ka-wa-ra-wab, right? Kamarab. And it says what? Cherubim in the plural sense, an angelic being as guardians of Eden, as flanking Yahweh's throne, as an image form hovering over the Ark of the Covenant. The last one, as the chariot of Yahweh. You see? So when it says he rode upon a cherub, meaning he rode upon a chariot, in a chariot. See? So when the scripture speaks on that Yahweh Shah descended upon Mount Sinai, that's what he descended upon Mount Sinai in a chariot. See? And it says what? Let's read verse 12. 2 Samuel 22 and 12. And he made darkness pavilions round about him, dark waters and thick clouds of the sky. See? So that's what will cover the chariot if he wanted to. That's what will cover the chariot. A thick cloud. See?
That's why it said in 11, and he rode upon a cherub and did fly, and he was seen upon the wings of the wind. What is the wings of the wind? The clouds. See? And you got that same thing written in Psalms, 18th chapter, right? But let me grab this. Let me see real quick. Ezekiel 10. Let me see. Ezekiel 10. Yeah. I don't need it. I don't need it. I was going to read Ezekiel 10 and 20, but I don't need it. But that's the point that I wanted, though. See? So Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, descended upon Mount Sinai in a chariot. See? And I'm going to end it off there, giving all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakah HaKodash. Shalom, Yasharallah.